सर थोड़ा वेट कर लेने
और स्टार्ट करते हैं मनीष सर। डॉक्टर रोहित सर आ गए हैं।
ओके ओके okay sir. Okay, now I invite Mr. Vishnukant Soni sir to welcome Rohit Raja sir, Dr. Rohit Raja sir. Soni sir, over to you sir.
Thank you Manish sir. So good morning everyone. I on behalf of organizing committee would like to welcome you all on 4 days online faculty development program on artificial intelligence and machine learning. I am delighted to welcome the director of LCIT group of institutions and our eminent speaker Dr. Rohit Raja sir. He is an associate professor and head of the Department of Information Technology, School of Studies, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, Central University, Bilaspur. He has a postdoctorate research work from Pentagon Research Center Private Limited, Hyderabad, Telangana State. PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Dr. C.V. Raman University, Bilaspur. His publications are: he has a patent is national level 1 and 13 published, and one is currently running, and his patent internationally is 6, copyright 2, international journal 65, international conference 24, national conference 5. He has published book 2, 2 and press, and 3 is ongoing, and he has published book chapters 11. And the Dr. Rohit sir has field of interest are digital image processing, medical image processing, computer vision, pattern classification, video surveillance, machine learning, deep learning, and pattern recognition. So now I would like to invite Dr. Rohit Raja sir. Please, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vishnu sir.
Thank you, sir.
My voice is audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible.
My PPT, sir?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. It's visible, sir. Visible.
Good morning to one and all. Myself, Dr. Rohit Raja, presently working as an associate professor and head in Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, Bilaspur. Today, before starting the session, I want to thank our director, sir, Piyush Kant Pandey, sir, and the member of organizing committee for inviting me for this 4-day faculty development program on artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's my proud privilege to give session in our own state and own city, because last many session we have given outside our state. This is in this 2021, this is my first session in our state. Today, the topic of today's session is artificial intelligence and machine learning in computer vision and its application. See, nowadays, before computer vision, we have studied image processing, different classification techniques, different topics related to image processing. But the computer vision is very, very, very important, because nowadays, before we start the agenda of today's session, I would like to give the brief introduction about the computer vision and why computer vision is important, what are the application fields, what are the benefits, what are the research areas which we can include or we can proceed. In this session, I will try to keep things brief, brief and simple, so that other domain peoples or other area peoples who are not started working on the computer vision will also get benefited, and if they want to start the work, can easily start and adopt the research work going on the computer vision. Computer vision can be defined through its application. The applications will take 4 or 5 applications so that the people's or the faculty members or the students who are attending this this session will get benefited. The first example I want to take is image classification and image classification and object recognition. Image classification, in daily life we are using different image classification techniques and object recognition techniques, but the people's they're using, but they are not aware of that. First example of image classification is, suppose we are walking in a garden and we have some plants are there and we want to check which plant it belongs to. So Google Pixel is having one features called Google Lens. When we take the picture from the Google Lens, in few seconds the Google will identify the classification of that plant and whether it is poisonous or whether it is eatable or whether it is normal plant. So classification will be easily done through the Google. With the help of Google Lens, the Google Pixel will easily classify the types of plant or types of leaves. That is one of the example. Another example I want to give is the we use Facebook. Almost all people are using Facebook. In Facebook, one face recognition technique is there. If we tag one face and we give the name of that, identify that person, whenever that in other pictures that particular face will come, then easily that Facebook will able to identify that this person is this. So like that, this was the first example of computer vision. The another example of computer vision is banking. In banking sectors, one example I want to give, whenever one bank is there, Bank of America, in that bank, if you want to deposit a check, the people used to click the photograph of check from front side and from the back side, and they have to do the formalities. After doing that, they don't have to visit the bank. From home itself, they will able to deposit the check. In our India also, in State Bank, there are few machines. When we want to drop a check and slip, so first we have to fill the slip, we have to insert into the machine box, and after that we have to keep the check box in the machine. After that, the check box and the slip will be there with the machine, and you will get one photocopy of that machine. That photocopy, with the help of that photocopy, they are doing only image classification. But the computer vision, if other country peoples, they have involved machine learning and AI with that image processing, and it becomes a computer vision. So we are still, lots of research work is going on in the computer vision. In the third example of computer vision is agriculture. In agriculture's, lot of applications are there of computer visions. Like suppose one garden is there. In that garden, it belongs to some fruit. There are many fruit trees. The farmer who is the owner of that farm will, with the help of computer vision, will able to identify the number of fruits which are available, how much he's going to earn with the quality of that product or fruits. All this will come under the agriculture. And with the help of that computer vision, there are many drones, robotics. We used to with the help of that drone, with the help of that robotics, the people used to identify the insects which are there in the crop, and according to that, they will pesticides are there.
Excuse me, Rohit, sir.
Yeah, sir. Hello. Hello. Vishnu sir.
Problem hai, I think connectivity problem.
No, Vishnu, it is visible. It's audible.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
It is okay. Please continue.
See, the another example of computer vision is the automatic cars. You know, the self-driving cars are there. With the help of in self-driving cars, there are n number of cameras are connected with the car. With the help of cameras, they used to take the video or the images, and with the help of AI and machine learning, they used to take a right decision on the right times. The important and the main example of computer vision is self-driving car. In self-driving car, the example is Tesla 3. In that, auto driving mode is also there. You set the destination, the car will automatically reach to the destination without any accident, without any collapse. So that is the important examples. In the another example is in big industries. Before we take the big industry example, I want to take the example of CSIR Bilaspur. We have one lab of CSIR in Bilaspur. They used to test the quality of coals, and they used to prepare the report. We visited in CSIR lab Bilaspur. They are doing everything manually. Whenever the coals are coming to the lab, they will, by human vision, they used to identify, they will see the features, and with the help of human eyes, they used to classify the coals. I know what are the features of that coal, what type of quality they are having. So they want one automatic machine with the help of computer vision, so that with the computer vision, with the robotic vision, they want to classify and they want to prepare the report on the basis of, by the help of computer vision. So still the lots of research is going on. The CSIR lab wants to collaborate with the different young scientists or different peoples or young minds who can able to prepare that system for them, automatic system for them. In big industries, for example, see,
The screen is not visible, sir. Your screen is not visible.
1 minute, sir. Now,
It's coming, sir.
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
see, before we start a technical point, I want to give the brief introduction because many people are new for this computer visions. They should have the brief idea what we are going to study and why we are going to study. Here in big industry, see, in big industry, we'll take the example of Amazon Go. If you'll see in YouTube, you will able to see the features of Amazon Go in the YouTube channel. And whenever in Amazon Go, there will be no employees who are available in the shop or in that retail shop. Whenever the peoples are inserting into the Amazon Go or Amazon retail shop, they will log in through the virtual card. Whenever after inserting, whenever you will pick one product from the place, automatically it will be added in your account. And when you go outside, automatically you will be log out and the amount will be deducted from your Google Pay or PhonePe, whatever payment facilities you have kept. So these are the few examples of computer vision. When the image processing and video processing combines with artificial intelligence and machine learning, it becomes a computer vision. Now, computer vision, you can define the computer vision with the help of, different applications. That application already we have seen. In computer vision, we used to develop different algorithms. That algorithms help the computer to see and understand the content of digital image, such as photographs and videos. The difference between the photographs and videos, See, whenever we are working in image processing or computer visions, they have to work in the frame by frame. So a single frame is called as a photograph, and whenever we are working in video, we have to convert it into the frames. Now, computer visions can be abbreviated as CV. It can be defined or a study that seeks to develop techniques to help computer to see and understand the content of digital images such as photograph and videos. In computer visions, we used to develop different algorithms which helps the computer to see and understand. See, whenever we used to see by our own eyes, it is very easy to classify and identify. But when we are talking in terms of computer, it's very hard because the understanding the content of images, it varies. Suppose it is a black and white images. Suppose it is a black and white images. The value of pixel varies from 0 to 256. That 256, all the features will be in terms of pixel values. So the pixel values, the understanding the pixel values, it will be very difficult. When we are talking about color images, we have RGB, 256 into 256 into 256. This many pixels values will be there. Understanding that pixels values and taking the right decision and taking the right classification is very important. At the abstract level, the goal of computer vision is to use the observed image data for infer something about the world. Whenever, see, the goal of computer vision problem is when we are taking input as a video or taking input as a photograph, it's important that computer should understand. We'll take the example, one photograph will take. See, this is one image we have taken as an input. In this image, we can have a number of questions like how many cars are there, how many plants are there, how many trees are there, how far the house is there from the camera. So these are the different questions which can be arrived, and if the human is watching this image by human eyes, it is very easy to understand and tell. But in computer vision, we are making computer to understand the contents of images and videos. Here we have an diagram which represents how artificial intelligence and machine learning helps computer vision. See, initially before in 1990s, we performed a number of image processing operation. When we started working on videos, we started working on images with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning. It becomes very important. It becomes important, and it becomes when the machine learning came, when deep learning came, when artificial intelligence came, the computer vision become very easy, and the n number of areas opens in the computer visions. One example, brief example we'll take for the computer vision is the object recognition and object tracking in a traffic surveillance system. The another, this is one image. We have taken it as an input. Here it's a scene. What kind of scene is there? Where are the cars? How many cars are there? And how far the building is? If the computer is able to give this answer, means we have developed a right algorithms to understand the computer. Here, see, computer vision is really very hard because everything will be in a pixel value. We have to, if it is gray, the values will be very less. If we talk about color images, it will be 256 into 256 into 256. From that, we have to identify the pixel values, and from the pixels, we have to classify the objects in terms of shape, in terms of contrast. So here, one example is there. When we play chess, from human eyes, it is very easy to identify the queen, king, and bishop. But when we are talking about computer vision, now we have n numbers of online chess game where we can easily identify the queen, king by shape and their features. Suppose queen is there, whatever features queen is having, automatically when you play the chess with the computers, there will be no problems, and what they are playing according to the logic. And see why computer visions are important. Computer visions are important for safety, whenever safety in terms of accident, collision, and if you are talking about self-driving car, automatic car, and like that. In health, we have a n number of softwares which are available, which are helping radiologists to identify the disease before it human eyes can easily monitor that. So in Hyderabad, I got a chance to work with a Pentagram Research Center. They have their own IPR, or they have their own module developed by them. They have developed a 3D vision. Normally, people are doing in a 2D images. We got a chance to work in a 3D image. They have their own data set. They have their own softwares. They have their own modules developed by them. It was in black and white. Now they are in a process of converting into the color images. Now, what problem? See, when we are talking about computer vision, when we have a data in 3D, the 3D data we have to slice. The slice will be done. Suppose we have taken the CT scan images of head. Now the whole CT scan 3D image will be divided into different slices, and if we want to see, suppose 256 slices are there, and we want to see the 3D image between 0 to 156, easily we can give the command and we can see the 3D object or 3D images. When we rotate that 3D object, you will able to see the half from top view, from bottom view, from side view. We can easily rotate the 3D images, and we can see, even we have seen that the if some infection were there in the teeth, that black infections was easily visible in that tools. In normal, another example or another important thing is security. The security, normally we have seen in many retail shop, there are n number of security cameras are there, but to monitor that camera, one person will be manually sitting in front of TV or in front of monitor to watch whether any problem is going on, or somebody is stealing something from the retail shop or online shop. So here the computer vision plays an important role. If some abnormal behavior is done by the any person who is entering into the retail shop, he will easily identify and inform to the person who is the owner of that camera or shop. We have seen the in home security. Suppose somebody is coming to the home, automatically the pictures will be taken and transferred to the person in the mobile. So like that, different applications are there of a computer vision, like comfort, playing games, and accessing computer content-based image retrieval. All are the different examples of computer vision. So now, computer vision is a distinct from image processing, because whatever we are doing in image processing, we have to do in a computer vision. But in computer vision, the algorithms, after performing image processing on inputs, artificial intelligence and machine learning will be there. With the help of that machine learning and artificial intelligence, they will able to identify the object and take the right decision. Here we have few example of image processing include normalization photometric properties of images. Suppose if we are talking about image processing, if the brightness or the color of images varies in the input, at the time of training the image, if the brightness and the color of images is different. But at the time of testing, if you change the color and brightness of that input, there will be a problem. So we have to normalize the image so that the brightness and the color will not become a problems at the time of testing and classification of a input. Another one, cropping the bond of images such as centric and object in the photograph. It means the object, see the reason of interest or object of interest in a whole video or image. If you want to identify a single type of object, like if you take the example of traffic surveillance system, in traffic surveillance system, we used to identify the vehicles like car, bicycle, motorcycle, truck, or any animals which are entering in the road, that will be identified. So, but if we are identifying a particular type of object, then it will become, we have to go for object reason of interest or object of interest, means we are interested in a particular type of object. Then another one is removing the digital noise from an image. When we are taking the images from the CCTV camera, video camera, different cameras or inputs, then we have to remove the digital noise. We have to perform the pre-processing operations in a image processing. There are different challenges in computer visions. The challenges, see, that these challenges are very important, and if we understand what problems we are going to face, the young mind or creative minds will help them to solve the problem easily. Once the problem is, you will able to understand the problem, you will able to solve it easily. The first, helping the computer to see turn around is to be very hard. Normally the computer vision will be harder than the image processing, because here we are developing algorithms for our computers to understand the content of images. The first challenge is, the goal of computer vision is to extract useful information from image. This has proved a surprisingly challenging task. It has occupied thousands of intelligent and creative minds. The algorithm will be developed by the thousands of intelligent and creative minds who are working from the last few decades to develop a particular system, to develop a particular general purpose system, how machine see and understand. Last few days before, we have seen one advertisement in internet that the company or the owner of Telsa 3, that is a self-driving car, they have announced the challenge, because the Telsa 3 is a fully automatic self-driven car. Here they have challenge, if anyone who can able to hack the system of Telsa 3, they are going to give the crores of rupees. That challenge was given by the owner of that company. The another reason why it is such a challenging problem, because of complexity inherent in the visual world. The complexity inherent in the visual world means, suppose we have trained the system from the front. We'll take the example. Suppose we have done the training. If we talk about automatic face recognition system, if we have trained our system from front end, and we have rotated the face from 90 degree, we have rotated the face for 45 degree. When we rotate the face, due to the orientation, the accuracy of automatic face recognition system will vary. So like that, when we are talking about computer vision, when we are talking about object recognition, a given, see, due to the orientation, due to the light condition, due to the occlusion for the object, and different other problems are there. These are the few things like orientation, occlusion, and lightning conditions. These are the few important problems due to which the accuracy or the complexity of a computer vision will increase. The another, see, into 2010 in textbook named Computer Vision Algorithm and Application. In this book, when the computer vision is started, the few important or high level problems which are presented in this book was optical character recognition, machine inspection, retail, 3D modeling, medical imaging, automatic safety, match move, motion captures, surveillance, fingerprint recognition, and biometric. Now, see, optical character recognition, normally nowadays we have 99 to 100% recognition rate. Fingerprint also we have a 100% recognition rate, because the accuracy, if we are we want to start working on fingerprint recognition and biometric, it's very difficult, because already we have achieved a lot of we have achieved 100% accuracies. Now the lots of research work is going on in 3D object recognition, the traffic surveillance. If you take the example of many people's nowadays, also we are working on object recognition and tracking in surveillance system. But if you have a time, please visit the NIC center we have in Raipur, we have a smart city. In smart city, we have a number of cameras. Daily they are taking videos, and the stored data is stored in a cloud. They have their own developed modules. They are monitoring the videos, and automatic systems are already available. So if you have a chance to visit NIC center for traffic monitoring, so they also wants to collaborate with us, and they want some new techniques, new ideas from us, so that it will be helpful for them. But when you visit the NIC for the traffic surveillance system for the new smart city, it's very difficult to find whatever they are having. The advancement in the work is very difficult for us to identify. Yeah, but still lots of research work is going on, and if we able to develop some new techniques for object recognition and tracking, and that will be implemented in their system, it will be recognition for us. Many popular computer vision application involves trying to recognize things in a photograph. We have different techniques: object classification, object identification, object verification, object detection, object landmark, photograph, object segmentation, object recognitions. These are the important things. These are the important things of computer vision. We have to classify the object, we have to identify the object. After identification, verification is there, detection is there. Still, we have lots of research work. Daily, many SCI papers are publishing and accepting. Different algorithms are developing for detection, verification, identification, classification, landmark, segmentation, and recognition. Each, suppose, classification, identification, already we have seen the n number of examples. Object classification, segmentation. See, nowadays n number of segmentation recognition technique we have seen for 2D, but still peoples are facing problems in 3D image processing. If we have 3D data, 3D image processing data, 2D, 2.5D, and 3D, we have this many types of data which are available for the image processing and video processing. When we are talking about 3D image processing, 3D image processing will be a combination of n number of photographs or n number of frame. If we start working on one frame, and suppose 256 slices are there in the 3D images. So we start with the first slice and we'll move towards the last slice. So if we start working on one by one images, it will be a problem. So that's why at a time in all frames we have to work simultaneously. So if the delay is there, suppose we have seen in the big companies car like Mercedes, BMW, when we sit in the car, we want to see the surroundings. In the surroundings, in a single screen, we will, with the help of computer vision or different cameras, in a single screen, we will able to see the whole surrounding of a car. What is there in the back side, what is there in the top side, what is there in the left, right. If some object is there in the left side, what will be the distance? So the car will be very costly. In Mercedes, BMW, we have seen that facilities that if some car is coming from back side, from right side, the system will automatically identifies that from right side one car is coming with this speed, and please be careful, like that. If at the time of parking, nowadays parking sensor, parking camera will be automatically available in all the, we are also having in a Maruti and all, but they don't have they will only indicate, but AI and machine learning will not be there in that system. So like that, these are the different examples. See, we have computer vision brings a last set of discipline. Last set of discipline means image processing, physics, signal processing, control robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, mathematics, and neurobiology. These are the different disciplines. They are working together for a computer vision. Now computer vision, machine vision, image processing, they all combine together and they are giving a better performance and better outputs. Now we'll see why the computer vision is important. As mentioned earlier, computer vision is being used in a real world for things like self-driving car, and put into many situations like face recognition, gesture recognition, optical character recognition, augmented reality, digital video, fingerprint, iris recognitions, people's counting, fruit counting, identifying the disease which the plants are having. So like that, different applications are there where the computer vision is working in a good. The computer vision is also useful in an industrial context where CV can be used to detect product defections. See, in industry, we have all the things nowadays. In big industries, all the things will be automated. If some product is defected, the defect or damage analysis will be done by the system automatically, and that product will be removed from the sequence. So like that, computer vision plays a very important role. Now we'll move. We have seen the different application areas of computer vision. Now we will focus on a single problem like object detection and tracking in surveillance system or traffic surveillance system. Here, detection of object, already we have seen the challenges in the computer vision due to orientation, due to lighting condition, due to weather condition. Due to these conditions, it is very difficult to detect the particular object and track. Tracking is also important for the for a traffic surveillance, because suppose if we want to track a particular car, suppose one car is entering into the smart city Raipur, and some problem happens to a car, or some problem happens to a car and we want to identify where that car is, then with the help of detection and tracking, if we have a sufficient or proper algorithms to detect and track a car, we will easily able to solve this problem. But tracking and detecting, tracking generally we used to do with the help of GPS, but with the help of surveillance system, we are trying to detect the object and track the object for a traffic surveillance with the help of traffic signals and videos. See, the object detection and tracking is an important and challenging task in the area of computer vision. Try to detect, recognize, and track the object or the sequence of images called a video. When we are talking about computer vision, automatically we are saying it that we are going to perform the operation on video. That video will be converted into a sequence of images. One by one, we are going to perform the operations on the sequence of images. Now it helps to describe the object behavior instead of monitoring computer by a human operator. Now, if we have normal CCTV camera or video camera, and one person is sitting in front of monitor to understand the behavior of our object, then it will not comes under computer vision. But if we have a monitoring camera, and automatically if it is identifying, then it will comes under the computer vision. Now, the object tracking is a process of locating an object or multiple object using a single camera, multiple camera, or a given video file. Now, there are n numbers of cases. Like suppose we have a single camera. Camera can be moving, camera can be still. We have a multiple cameras. Cameras can be still, camera can be moving. Or we have a given video file. Then the another inventions is a high quality of images. Sometimes we used to take inputs with the help of sensors. The imaging sensors, we have seen the example of imaging sensors in the field of medical, in the field of automatic car, to see the surrounding or panoramic view of the car. Suppose we are sitting in the driver's seat and I want to see the panoramic view of outside the car. Then it is possible with the help of imaging sensors. Now the object detection and tracking. We have to detect and target object and track the object in consecutive frames in the video file. First, they have to see the whole. Normally, when we are talking about object detection and tracking, first we have to train the system. Then at the time of testing, automatically with the help of machine learning, first we have to train the computer system to identify the particular type of object. When we are talking about machine learning and deep learning or CNN, in machine learning, suppose we have given in the input, we have given a different type of animal. Suppose we have given the input images of 2-3 types of dog. So when we are talking about machine learning, if we change the input at the time of testing, means suppose there are 10 types of dogs are available, we have trained the system for only 3 types of dog, and if you are giving 7th type of dog in the testing field, so there is a chance that whether it will be identified by the system or not. But when we are talking about deep learning or CNN, then automatically if it's a type of animals are there, like if the features, if we are giving input in the testing time, it will be easily whatever input we are giving in the time of training, the system will automatically train itself to identify a different type of dog. So like that, with the help of AI, with the help of machine learning, with the help of deep learning, the detection of object and tracking become easy, and the performance which we are getting now, it's very accuracy is very high. Next, we have we have a different challenges of object detection and tracking. This challenges is due to the change in shape, size, location, orientation over the subsequent video frame. See, from last few decades, lots of algorithms and automatic systems are developed to monitor and identify the object in a particular sequence of video. But there is a chance that due to change in shape, how the shape will change. For example, the object, at the time of training, we have kept the distance 1 meter or 2 meters, but at the time of training, suppose the distance between the camera or video camera and the object is 10 meters, 20 meters, then the distance, due to the distance, there is a problem to the shape. Little bit shape will change. Due to the orientation, the shape will change. So like this, the problems come when we are talking about object tracking and detection. Sometimes due to weather, sometimes due to lightning conditions, we have trained the system in day, and we want to recognize an object in a night. So it will be a problems for that, or it will be a challenge for that. Nowadays, we have a night vision camera also. With the help of sensor images, they used to capture the images, and they are able to identify the objects. Now, in tracking, we have a number of challenges for tracking and detecting the object. The first challenge is similarity of appearances. That is called as a clutter. The two similar type of objects is there, then it will be difficult for them to detect and track. The another variation of appearances, due to sensor noise, due to object pose, deformation, rotation, transformation, scenes, illuminations, weather, occlusion, partially occluded or fully occluded. So these are the different challenges. First challenge is similarity of appearances. The second is variation of appearances, like due to sensor noise, object pose, scene, occlusion. So this, with the help of these challenges, when we overcome these challenges, the automatically the accuracy of our systems at the time of training, at the time of developing the automatic systems, we have to consider this type of different challenges. This is one of the block diagram of object detection and tracking. First, we have to take this video images or video frames can be given to the automatic system. Real-time video also we can give, but when we are talking about real-time, the complexity of a developed algorithm should be good. Real-time, the execution, when we execute the algorithms, that input time and the output time should not be varied or should not be have more. Here we have input images or input video. It can be real or it can be stored in database, and that images is converted into frame. Then we have to extract the features. For feature extraction, when we are talking about machine learning, the feature extraction can be done with the help of, we have to identify what are the features and how it can be extracted, and how it is stored, is going to be stored in a metadata. The first, the features are extracted, and when we are talking about deep learning, in deep learning, the system will automatically extract the features and trained for a particular pattern, and the features are extracted and it will be stored into the database. Now the feature extraction, target representation, localization, track management, with the help of this following three-step model, we are going to train the system, and the output is stored in the metadata. That metadata can be used at the time of the whatever be the value which is stored in the metadata can be used at the time of training the system, at the time of testing the system. First, at the time of testing, first at the time of training, the features are extracted and it will be stored in the metadata. But at the time of training, at the time of testing, it should be this same metadata can be used, so that at the time of testing they will able to easily identify the objects. Next, what do you mean by target representation? The target representation is nothing but the model that can be used by any tracking algorithms. The interest of object is known as target representation. See, the target representation, the region of interest or the region of object, that is called as a target representation. It may be defined priori by the interested object. It may be a snapshot of interested object. It may be decided by the training sample. It may be decided by the training samples. For object recognition and object detection and tracking, we have two different types of target representation. The first is shape representation, and the next one is appearance representation. The shape can be represented by centroid, rectangle, ellipse, rigid model, contour, and point distribution model. And appearance can be represented with the help of template, histogram. Generally, the difference between the two images, suppose one image is having noise, and after removing the noise, so we have, if we want to differentiate the two images, we are using histogram, and with the help of template or different patterns, we use to identify the different types of objects which are present in the system. See, for localization, we describe how to localize an interest object over time, depending on the initial position. We suppose we are working in frame by frame. In first frame, suppose we want to identify in a moving object in a video. So in first frame, suppose that object is not available. In second frame, that object enters into the frame. In third frame, again that object moves from little bit like that. With the help of background subtraction, we use to identify the moving object which is present in the video or in the image frame. We can classify methods into two major classes. The first is single hypothesis localization, that is called as the SHL. Another one is multiple hypothesis localization, that is called as a MHL. So here for feature extraction, see, we are talking about computer vision. In computer vision, we have taken a specific problem for object detection and tracking for a surveillance system. For that, our input will be video, which we are going to take it from the camera which is available in the street. So for that, if we want to extract the features, we have the extraction of features can be three types. The first is low level extraction, the another one is middle level extraction, then the high level extraction. Low level extraction is a motion color gradient. The middle level extraction is edge, corner, object, interested point, reason. The high level extraction, centroid, area, orientation, whole object. See, at the time of explaining this object detection and tracking, it looked like very simple. But when we are going to train the system, see, the same topic, this system was developed by one of my students, and with the help of this system, we are easily able to identify the object for a traffic surveillance. Now, the same applications we have incorporated with the drone. After incorporation, when we combine this algorithm with a drone, and the accuracy of identifying the object from a top view, whatever we are discussing, we are discussing for front view and the side view now, or with some angle, but the same application we have converted into one, that application into one system. We have one drone having this all features, and with the help of that drone, we are able to identify the object from a top view. We have filed an Indian and international patent for that particular object, and now that application is with DRDO. We have filed that application in National Office, Government of India, IPR, Intellectual Property Right. That application, now the Government of India has transferred that application to the DRDO to check the accuracy of a system. If we get the proper, and if the DRDO likes that application, that will be important recognition for us and my student. So that application is with DRDO, and we are waiting for the DRDO to reply to the Patent Controller of India. Now, see, motion segmentation and object tracking. Already, I will take 10 more minutes to complete this presentation. Already my time is completed, but I'm not able to conclude today's session. Hello? See, when we are talking about motion segmentation, we have a object, single camera, single object, multiple camera, multiple object. See, these are the different cases or situation where object can be, by which the object can be detected and tracked. We have single camera, single object. We have single camera, multiple object. We have multiple cameras, single object. We have multiple cameras, multiple object. Here, one more case will come. We have an object moving, or sometimes we have a camera moving. We have seen many times the traffic police will have a camera in their car, and they used to monitor, they used to record the different incident happening in the road or some place. So that sometimes there is a chance that the camera also moving, sometimes there is a chance that object is also moving. So this will also become, here 4 cases are there, or 4 situations are there. We can two more we can increase. The camera is moving. The another situation is the object is moving. When the object is moving, the size will vary, the distance will vary, the features, the color, the distance, everything will vary. So we have to develop the algorithms in that conditions, and already we have seen that it is see, the existing problem, or the main problems starts here. The existing research methodology related to object detection and tracking in a traffic surveillance. So what are the main problems statement? The main drawback of the existing object tracking is the time consuming approach if the video is having high volume of information. In a smart city, we are having hundreds of camera and they're continuously taking the videos. We are having a large volume of videos and performing operation on the large volume. It's a time taking or time consuming approach. But if the time is really very, if you're talking about real time video, if the time consumed by that approach is very high, then it will not be useful. The another one, situation become worse when the tracked object varies orientation time. Suppose the object oriented from their original shape and rotated, or it will be a problem for the another is in the time, in the night time, in a lamp light, the detecting an object may lead to false object detection. Due to the headlight of car, it is very difficult to identify the accurate vehicles or detect the object. Some existing research methodology consider single object detection, which is not well. We have studied the different literatures where at the time only single object is detected. Even we have a different standard database which we have worked, that is Pascal and object. Total for this proposed system we have taken 6 objects, but in a single video it is very difficult to have a 6 object in a single video. So for that, for 3 objects we have taken one Pascal data set, and for 3 objects we have taken PT data set. So like that, total we are having total 6 objects we have recognized in our system. See, the objective of this work to detect and track the object in any weather condition. The another one to classify the multiple objects like bike, car, truck, bicycle, and human, and animal also is there. The 6 problems, 6 objects are not whatever standard database we are using. We don't have the 6 database in the single video. So that's why we have considered 2 database. To accurately classify the object using RBF, FDLNN algorithm. This RBF is a radial basic function based filter deep learning neural network. Here we have developed an algorithms to detect an object, and with the help of CKSK algorithms, the object is moving and non-moving object can be classified with the help of CSKM algorithms. Now to extract the contour algorithms for achieving the better result during the night time, we have developed a contour algorithm also to identify the object at the time of night. Then to track the object considering the region, age, corner of object, and with the help of this considering the region, age, corner of our object, it helps for the algorithms, whatever algorithms we have developed for tracking, it helps and improve the accuracy. See, this is the architecture of a proposed system. In this architecture, the first we have taken the input. That input is converted into frames, and after converting into frames, we have a moving object detection phase. That moving object detection phase is done with the help of the CSKM. This is the algorithms which we have developed here. Generally, to detect moving object, we use background subtraction method. In this also, in some places we have used background subtraction method, but it in a advanced version with a high accuracy. Then after moving object detection, after moving, we have to detect the object. See, the first phase moving object detection. In second phase, detection and the tracking of a object. It can be moving, it can be non-moving. It will be decided by the previous phase. In this phase, we have a different techniques. First is motion estimation is done with the help of GCS. GCS is a genetic cross search. With the help of this, motion estimation is done. After motion estimation, the tracking is done with the help of Canny, corner, reason, ROI, FAST is its own algorithms. Canny is having its own features. With the help of this system, we are easily able to identify bicycle, cycle, truck, bus, car, and by motorcycle. One more object we will easily able to identify with the help of this system, that is animal. But all this objects is not present in the single video. For that, we have considered two type of databases. Three objects we are able to recognize from one system. We are able to recognize from another system. This is radian basis function filter deep learning neural network. Here, this is the architecture of CNN or deep learning based automatic detection of object. Here we have input layer, convolutional neural network, pooling layer, convolutional neural network, pooling layer. We have a different layers. Here, when we input any video or image frame, automatically the convolutional neural network and pooling layer network train their system in such a way that, suppose we have a 10 classification of dog, we have trained the system with the help by the 8 inputs. Automatically 9th and 10th will be classified with the help of convolutional neural network. So this is the architecture of RBF FDLNN based object detection. This architectures, the accuracy of architecture is more than 95%. This is the algorithms. Here the comparative analysis for the overall object detection and tracking based classification. Here we have a different performance comparison of proposed model with the existing. Here we have considered Pascal database. In Pascal database, we have different properties like sensitivity, specificity, perception, accuracy, recall, F measure, negative predictive values, FPR, FNR, FRR. These are the different techniques. These are the different parameters by which once whatever algorithms we have developed, and the performance is measured with the help of some parameters. The parameter is sensitivity, specificity, accuracy, recall, F measure, negative prediction values, FPR, FNR. So all these things are helpful. The main terms will be whether we have truly recognized an object, or whether we have not able to truly recognize false positive, false negative, true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. So like that, with the help of these 4 values, we used to calculate the different parameters, and with the help of these parameters, the 2 database has been taken, and previously developed system was NFIS, ANN, KNN, and our proposed algorithm RBF DLNN. Our proposed system is represented by the yellow line, and it is better than the existing one. Nowadays, see, these all are the graphical representation of proposed systems. They are compared. We have compared it for 2 times. One is for Pascal and another one is for Kitty. Pascals will consist of 3 objects, and Kitty database will consist of 3 objects. The precision, recall, F measure, NPV, FPR, FNR MCC, FRR. This all are the different parameters. With the help of this, the measuring our own system, whatever we have developed, whether it is working properly or not, whether it is the accuracy of a system will be measured with the help of this parameter. This is for Kitty database. The same thing will be repeated for Pascal. The same thing will be repeated for the Kitty. So in this, for Kitty, the car, truck, and person we are able to identify, and the unknown will train the system for car, truck, and person. And at the time of testing, unknown image will be given, unknown video will be given. With the help of unknown, the accuracy will be more than 99%. Here, the conclusion and the future scope to enhance moving of object detection and to OT system for traffic surveillance using RBF, FDLNN, and CFR algorithm is proposed. Moving object detection and object tracking for the traffic surveillance is given in this system. The proposed RBF and RDFN models performance is contrasted to the existing technique. Already, whatever we have developed, we have compared with the existing systems and the different techniques which we have used. Already we have seen in the graphical representations. And here the accuracy of a proposed model is very high. It's near about 0.99, means 99%, with low FPR for Kitty and Pascal datasets. This FPR false positive rate is 0.01. The result collaborate, the proposed model is robust and efficient for the MOD and OT in the traffic environment in the future, and performance shown by the proposed systems should be very high. And whatever we have developed, this is this proposed work we have not published yet because it is in a consideration by DRDO. Once we are waiting for the DRDO to give their comments, once the patent controller or the government of India will receive the comments from the DRDO, then after that the examination will be done for the proposed system, and if it is granted, then we, after grant, we'll go for the publication. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Dear participant, if you have any question, you can ask. Hello, dear participants, if you have any question, you can ask. I think
sir, I think there is a no query. सबको समझ में आ गया. Any query from participants?
For book and content, I will share my mail ID so that if you have the material also will.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So thanking you, sir, for sharing your knowledge and contents with us. You have nicely presented the computer vision part, relationship between artificial intelligence and computer vision, challenges of computer vision, and how and for their solutions. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Dr. Rohit Raja, sir.
So thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rohit, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, shall we give
Now our next
break? Yes,
now our next
continue.
session we will start after 15 minutes. So you will join 11:30 a.m. Okay, thank you. And fill your feedback form.